Good morning, YouTube. How's everybody doing today? So we're here with more episode content, and today, guys, I have some big news. If you, I just woke, well, not really just woke up, but it's been at least an hour since I woke up, and of course, I gotta do this video, just because of what's to come for tomorrow's update. And let me tell you guys, the update's insane. There's a lot to cover in this video, and what all that said and done, I don't want to bother too much about it, but let's get this. Okay, this is just Dominio talking this and that, but we'll get to the point. So as expected, chapter 6 for episode 2 of Arkin's Exile Colony is actually coming out, so that's pretty much obvious. It is in due time that we actually need another story. I think it was 2-3 patches ago since we got the previous one, 5.2, so it works out. So yeah, that's this. You can see all the quest rewards, and if you clear all rewards, you can see right here it's a 4-star artifact ticket, so that's something good to go for. Stage missions, all of this and that, what's the requirements, and the mission region rewards and all that. And of course, as always, there's the AP exchange system. Once you can do all the requirements listed right here, which just says right here, you can unlock all this. You'll get another breath of orbits. Always a must. Always a must. So that's like literally the first thing I would grind for. Next thing on the list is, as you can see in this image, it is a destruction set. Now, it is an interesting thing that they turned to destruction set after seeing that they've been doing attack set for a pretty long time. But in case you don't know what it looks like, here you go. Attacks main, of course, because it's on a blade. With attack percentage, crit chance, crit damage, effectiveness. Now this I would definitely be going for just because it's super good on a destruction set. I'll definitely put it on one of my DPS, guaranteed that much. As to the role, it depends on the role really, so I have to wait until I get that, and then I'll try my luck on the roll. But yeah, definitely going for that. You should obviously do it too after you get the orbit, breath of orbits, pretty much. On the side note, and of course, Violet's coming back with his artifact. For those who don't know, Violet is a really strong 5-star Earth Thief unit. Just because he brings that S2 with his ability to counterattack and evade attacks, and if you combo that with Moonlight Dreamblade, he is really destructive. I personally use it myself, so I know how good it is. I mean, his main artifact, Violet Talisman, is okay, but it's, in my opinion, isn't on par with what Moonlight Dreamblade has to offer. So, for those who don't own him yet, definitely you should try to get him. But if I know that most people are probably waiting for DNA to come out, so I know that is the case, but if you can, try to get Violet Talisman. If you get at least one, that's more enough. I don't consider going for dupes, unless you don't think you actually need DNA, but because DNA is a limited character, it's definitely good to go after regardless. So, at least try someone. If you don't get him, like, within the first few pulls, then I suggest you probably could wait off, because we don't actually have data mines on when DNA will come out. Probably within 1 to 2 weeks after Violet's banner goes. I'm speculating here, so no facts pools or whatever. But yeah, just an FYI for those who needs a good counter. Violet's pretty much the way to go. And next up on our list, SC change. This has been going on for at least 2 or 3 data patches and data mines, but Wanda gets a specialty change right here. And as I heard from many, she is the first dark ranger to get a SC. And in case you don't know what she changes to get, right here. So basically what it done is that her S2 gets an additional turn of stun. As you can see, 1 turn to 2 stuns after you SC her. Now, I've been talking to my guildmates for quite some time, ever since they data mined about SCs SC for Wanda and the potential of her skills. And few of us did kind of relate to the fact that it might have something to do with her stun. One even speculated that it could be increased doing like an AoE stun or maybe even 2-turn stun. I like to give a shout out to those who mentioned a two-turn stun, because it is very much true, as you can see right here. Definitely really good. And as you can see, just do the same thing. So you go to the special SC page, you do requirements here, and afterwards you can SC her, and afterwards you can get a lot of epic runes to up her tree, SC tree. I'm not gonna really go into this too much, but as you can see, most of her stuff, her first two is on effectiveness. She gets health, combat readiness, has a 100% chance to get granted for stealth. I believe that's on her S3, her one-shot, one-kill. I don't use Wanda personally, so I wouldn't know to it. And increased hit chance of weak point, hit chance on one-shot, 50% increased speed. So as far as I can see right here, Wanda would definitely be really good. She has natural effectiveness. She gets go very fast. She has stun. She can target enemies. So she has really a lot of potential. I personally don't know where she can be put in. Definitely, I don't really see her going to, like, I would say arena. She could be like a PvE content or Guild War defense. I can probably see that in some way, but again, since I don't use Wanda, the old Wanda, I don't know how to say about it. But next thing on our list, yes, it is finally time. It's in due time. We had some new exclusive equipment, as you can see by the image right here, and also if you watch my thumbnail, it's basically Charon, Lytica, and Roman. Now I do own Charon not too long ago. I picked it up, and I believe it was from that 5-star ticket, I believe I got it for him from. And also Roman I also have, but I do not have Lytica, so that's the upset about it. But anyway, let's just dive into what they have to offer. So Charon gets crit chance. That's pretty much really good. So with this case, he can pretty much be built on more offensive, and you don't need too much crit chance on your gears. Okay, let's see. His Void Slash, so just increased damage output, Apocalypse, more damage. And this is probably the one everybody will be going for, is that his S3 now gets a silent. And why I'm saying this in emphasis is pretty much because silence is literally one of those OP stats you can get applied to the enemy, as it makes a difference between you getting attacked by some, let's say, some passive skill and whatnot, because they won't be able to activate that. So definitely, we'll see most people be running with that. For Lytica, she gets effectiveness. Her S1, I think, gets increased damage and can get increased combat range reduction. And Thornbush, I believe, for S2 or S3, I do not know. Comment down below if you know, since I don't have her. But yeah, she gets to strip off an additional buff. So I don't know which one it was, S2 or S3 had a strip, but this will definitely mean that there's another strip to that skill. And Roman gets speed boost. His S1 gets some chance to dispel one buff. In case you don't know, his S1 originally increases his combat readiness while decreasing the opponent's combat readiness at the same time. So now this one can also strip the opponent as well. So making it really good. So if they have like an immunity or something on them, there's a good chance this can get rid of it, and you can trigger the decreased combat readiness. So I can see that really working out. And gravitation, I believe his S2. It has two different variations. One granting barrier that is proportional to caster's health, and stripping from one buff from all enemies. So an AoE strip. Again, we have already a lot of strippers, like Bazaar, of course, but this would definitely be good against fire units. since Bazaar cannot really do anything against that unless he gets like really RNG luck. But yeah, this would definitely I would see coming out for PvE content. I don't think PvP would be too impacted by that. But anyway, next thing on our list is epic conversion improvement fixes. So this has been an argument for a long time. I personally side with this too, that they need to lower the cost amount to make this work. Because I already done a few as equipment conversions, and it was so difficult to perform that I couldn't. I stopped altogether just doing this. I've been grinding off like Banshee and all that. So thankfully this has finally been implemented because everyone can finally be at ease. And for those who already done so, like myself, we will get some form of compensation soon. So yeah, that's really good. And also they're saying here that you can get another conversion gem chest from the guild member shop for 350 brave crests. For those who stay relatively active in a guild, you will be getting a lot of brave crests, so it wouldn't be too bad. As you can see right here. Well, it's just 150. I think that might be something else. But yeah, you can see right there, there's 150 of that right there. So on a side note, yes, we're getting this a new lobby and there's a holiday theme to it. Are you very right? There's a background music to it, and you can see right here there's a lot of like Christmas theme arts and trees and whatnot in the background. There's even a little arcade in the corner right here. But that's and that. If you haven't tell by this image, it's clearly obvious what's to come. For those who didn't play it at the right time, there's a storyline. There's a storyline for it, which is right down here. Small miracle. I've already done this event before, so I get to get a second shot at it. If I'm right, you get a artifact out of it. I'll pull it up in a moment. Okay. With all that said and done, pretty much that's to be expected. I figured that once I saw this image, I knew that Christmas special is gonna come out. So definitely looking forward to it. For those who wasn't playing prior to the event coming out from last year, you can definitely get a second chance at it. Okay, skill improvements, yada yada yada. Pretty much there. Guild improvement fixes, pet system. Oh, what are we gonna do here? Consumption, handmade snacks for repeat battles will be changed that they are consumed at the end of the battle instead of the start of the battle. Player ends a repeat battle yields before the battle results screen. Success or fail. Handmade snacks for stage will be consumed. Improvements will be made where you cannot perceive a census because the second pet has not been selected. Census button will be grayed out and unable to be selected. Improvements have been made to pet system UI for easier understanding where to tap skills inheritance and how to change it after a skill has been selected. The thing is, really, I literally don't give much to the pet system at this point. It takes a lot to do upgrade a pet now, and honestly, I don't give too much credit to the pets. Well, I don't think it's a bad idea having a pet system. I think the cost for it is a bit too high. I wish there was like some way you can like obtain the resources at a much easier convenience, but ultimately there's not much there to it. But for those who do use pet system, this would be something you'll be interested in. And on the side notes, so UI improvements, as you can see in this image right here, you're gonna basically put your experience you gain right under your level, which in my opinion is really good, because before it used to be you had to go into your your little profile side, which is like right here, and then what was it here? Oh, Oh, no, I remember where it was. It was in the friends section right here. So you have to go here to see this, the XP bar. But now they're apparently gonna move it out here, which in my opinion is definitely a good way to go. Just because it's you don't have to waste time going out, like out tab to another section just to see that. So definitely they should have done that from the start. So yeah, that's definitely something good to have. Good UI changes. Let's see. Oops. And it says hero sorting function improves the players will be able to quickly select heroes they're looking for. I guess that's a quality improvement. And it says reputation main lobby will improve display number of reputations that can be claimed. I guess that's something, but I wouldn't say. FX7 will now look quicker. That's good, always good. Issue with level 70, 85 hero epic gear buff from Hushu display autos drop from Wyvern regardless of the set will be fixed so that the image matches the set. Okay. Well, Lord's Wyvern for Lorena's SC quest did not use fire breath. She will be fixed. Well, that's all it is. Again, this will be the expected story because it's in due time Christmas. And yeah, that's pretty much all there is to it. So expect Violet Banner to come out prior to the next tomorrow's update. And yeah, all that's said and done, this is just basically a quick summary of what's to come. So the schedule update will be tomorrow, of course, 4 o'clock UTC to 9. So it's a 5-hour update. So this is relatively smaller than most other updates I've seen over the years. Again, as you see, these are all that's to be expected. And yeah, with all that said done, thank you all guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this rather informative video. If you do, like and subscribe for more content. And thank you for watching. This video here, signing out.